Hello and welcome back. This is Grillenheimer, playing some of my own character cards here in this game. And coming up, we've got Capt, Buzzbur, and Stingray versus Expedibot and InnerQ. That's an and. I cannot change my font. And I really try to let the dice let which team go first. I try not to do that myself since I'm playing by myself. I'm flipping InnerQ and tapping Expedibot, not to be mixed up with the Spedibots. And I'm looking at what I'm going to do, and I swear I'm not flipping the bird. I'm just pointing. Oops. And I'm kind of looking at their defenses for these boats. And I remember, when I played this game, I just picked some decks. I did not make decks for these groups originally. Now, I did make a deck for InnerQ and some other character, and I just happened to accidentally, I was going over their star counts, realized they're 24, and I added a 1-star card in there. I think it's the Indestructible Sword, if that's what it's called, where after you use it, you can put it back in your hand if it gets scrapped off or whatever, so it's never really scrapped. But the deck up there on the right side in front of InnerQ actually is a deck, and I found it by accident this night, or that day, and I was playing during my lunch, and they're going to go first, and I find out that this deck was actually for InnerQ, so I actually am able to pull off his ability. Expedibot's going into Stingray, flipping the defense, counting everything up. Why am I using I don't normally use my middle finger to point. Okay, the attack is 6, a defense of 3, so Stingray is hurt by 3. I think I just drew a card for the team on the left for the boats. And I've been wanting to get Capt some action to see how well he plays, because he's kind of a high-star character. And I was just trying to... I'm flipping Buzzbur.
Should have made Stingray a female.
Even though in that mode he only gives bold, or gets bold, when you're playing with another female character. But I think that's Power Sword on Stingray, and I tapped him, and we are attacking, or have to attack Expedibot, who was tapped. And Expedibot, I went ahead and put the text in there so you know what's happening. But Expedibot, and you'll see his picture coming up here pretty soon, that when he's in that mode, and if he gets a hit, an attack of 5, adaptive plating. Man, I know it. Oh, I remember now. 2 to 2 with a pierce of 2. He gets hit by 2. That's why that 1-2 was black with white. It was to show pierce. Is that when Expedibot in his alt mode 1, if he can get an attack of 5, you can put a card under him, and then when he transforms to or flips to bot mode, for each card under him can give him bold 1. That doesn't happen this game. And I'm flipping him to alt mode 2 because I play someone has to flip every turn. That's how I play. And it just gives it a little more strategy and forces you to attack in one of your weaker modes, or trying not to attack in a weaker mode. And sometimes it happens. And I do miss... Okay, here we go. This is interesting. I have a brainstorm. I play the brainstorm because if NRQ plays three cards, 3 action cards, then you get to play an upgrade. And I kind of do this my own way to some extent. Now, the upgrade I'm about to put on NRQ was actually already in my hand. It was already in there, Crowbar. I put Crowbar on him. So I can see the card, I forgot the name of it, and it was the last action I played, where you can draw a card for as many upgrades you have. And so I went ahead and put the Crowbar on NRQ and drew 1. You see, it's sideways because I tapped him. So you can kind of saw the instructions there. That's the defense. Got to flip 2 more for the white. Adding it all up. Did I not put the numbers on here? Okay, an attack of 5, defense of 5. I don't think there was any Pierce in that. Oh, there was Pierce of 4. Okay, Pierce of 4. My camera is so high, and it's the best way for me to do this. And it's hard for me to... I mean, you can see through my glasses. I mean, I'm wearing Coke bottle glasses. And I was trying to show you that I had a Soldier's Blaster. Because especially the deck on the right with NRQ has a lot of green cards. Yeah, and I put the Soldier's Blaster on Crosscat. Okay, what am I doing there? Draw 2, scrap 2. That's right. And I do not have a specialist with these boats. I don't think.
Guns on a catamaran. That's just
I believe. I don't have them in front of me. I apologize. I think Buzzber is melee on one side and range on the other. I think Crosscat is range on both sides. As we see them, because I'll show them up close when I'm tapping them or flipping them, and you can see what they are a little better. Of course, I've shown all these guys off before. Yeah, okay, that wasn't adaptive plating, and I put it on Crosscat because I was following confidence. It's going on 1. I thought I heard one of the kids walking around, and now the hamster is just going to town drinking water. Great. Okay, Buzzber's attack of 3. I think he's attacking NRQ. No, Expedibot. And I did not show. What the damage was. Okay, there it is. Defensive 1, damage of 2. Okay, a little late there. Okay, did not swap any green cards there. Filling out the attack with Crosscat's turn. Attacking NRQ. There we go, of course. Sometimes I really help myself here. And please ignore the junk on the left side of the screen on the table. I apologize about that. I try to cover it up with characters. Attack of 8, defensive 1. It was actually, attack of 9, defensive 1. The damage was 8. That really hurt. That was a pretty good attack from Crosscat there. And because of Soldier's blaster, I made sure I went after Inner Q because he is a different faction. He's not an Autobot. And I have a lot of cards in my hand over there. And I should have... I forgot about Judgment. That should have triggered Judgment on Inner Q, and I just completely forgot right there. That's the first time that happened. But I rectify that. And I put increased durability, because I know these guys are hurting. On Expedibot, who is back in Alt 1. I really want to get a hit of 5, and it just never happens this game. And he's attacking Buzzber, as I've already pointed out. Oh, I think that's an attack of 6. White Pip. I don't see any blue. Ooh. Attack of 6. Defense of 2. Ugh, no, it didn't. It didn't. Yes, it's a nice damage of 4, but it has to be 5 to be able to get the card underneath him. Like I said, it doesn't happen this game. And I was really proud of my boats, because I've always considered my boats to be kind of weak characters, just sort of fun to play with. Okay, now put on Soldier's holster on Crosscat. And I forgot to do what it said. I forgot to flip a card to see if it was an upgrade to play on somebody. Or even on him. Okay, and I actually do, after reading Stingray, I flip Buzzber back to boat mode. And I scratch my nose and scratch my head. And again, I tap Stingray. And this is not his best attack mode. I think I had a reason for doing this, and I can't remember what it was. That's a nice big spread. Attack of 4. Yeah, he only has an attack of 1 in boat mode. Now flip 3 orange. And I only see orange on Expedibot's defense. Yeah, and he only has 1 defense in alt mode 1. And despite their high star counts for Expedibot and Inner Q, that, yeah, Expedibot has decent attack. Inner Q does somewhat, but it's like their health. Or maybe I'm thinking of the 2 other characters that I played with today. When was this game? When did I do this game? It was Monday during lunch. That's right. So my son is in the den, and the damage was 3. My son was in the den playing Fortnite, I think, or eating lunch. But yeah, today I actually played with my new Spedibots. Ooh, yeah, that's right. I need to do a little video real quick. And I flipped and tapped Inner Q. And we put Flamethrower on him for a little bit of bold. And this is where things get good. So I've got a weapon on him and an armor on Expedibot. Is this when this happens? And I didn't even plan it. It just happened.
Oh my gosh, it worked.
And I get a little overexcited about it because if you're in his bot mode for the Quintesson, not Quintesson, Quintesson, that if you flip 3 black and 3 green, you can swap an armor and a weapon or 2 upgrades between 2 characters. And he has a decent attack of 7 to boot on top of all that. But, you know, after the attack, defense of 2, damage of 5 on Stingray. I believe he's out because he only has 9 health. He was already down to 2. So, yeah, he's out of there. He sank. Then here I am trying to show the 3 greens and the 3 blacks. That's what I came up with. I was happy it worked, but it does not save the day. But it worked. I got it to work. Like I said, I made this deck specifically to help him and some other. I think it was Springer. There's another triple changer, but it was not meant for Expedibot. It was meant for a Decepticon. Because I think I have terrifying, that Decepticon card. It really says it cannot be put on Autobots. And I'm thinking, well, okay, I'll leave this in here because Inner Q is not an Autobot. It doesn't say it's Decepticons only. So which means mercenaries can wear it too. Okay, I look and flip. I finally officially flipped Buzzber. And I put on I can't read it, it's so small. A weapon on him, and we're tapping. We got supercharge going. Oh yeah, I was asking him what time it was, and he told me the time. My lunch was getting close to being over. I can't remember. We're attacking Inner Q.
Okay, so he went from having 6 health to 2.
And if, you know, Cross Cat had been a female character, or if I had Wave 1 Flame War or somebody else, he would have had even more bold than this. Because I think that's the mode he gets bold to if playing with a female character. And a lot of the abilities that I came up with these guys, I wasn't trying to make stuff up to just destroy each other. I was just trying to make stuff up for the fun of it. I wasn't even looking at the synergies or mixing anything, combos or anything to that effect. And sometimes neat things happen, and I have found a few things out just playing around with some of these guys. I don't get to record a lot. I apologize. And the game's getting close to over. This was a pretty quick game for what it is. Yeah, getting the card out of my way. Okay, now Crosscat gets to go also. And this is, I think, when I look and realize that I didn't use shoulder holster the way I was supposed to.
Crap, all the things I forget because I'm having to deal with more than
Yeah.
one player's set of.
I'm like hitting myself in the head over it. Okay, and it looks like Crosscat is going to attack Expedibot. And this was a neat game to watch, but when it came to Expedibot, like I think I've said this before, I was really wanting a triple changer to at least make one. We got attack of 9 going here. I think we knock him out. Only a defense of 4, so it's damage of 5. Oh, yeah, it's a Decepticon card. It was, I think it was orange and green. Yeah, I was thinking about taking it, and I'm like, I don't have any Decepticons here anyway. Yeah, he's KO'd. I was talking about Expedibot. How, you know, most triple changers turn into 2 different things. Oh, crap, yeah. And even though he got knocked out because the attack was greater than 4, I still did the judgment action by drawing a card and playing an action. But I think all I'm stuck still with is with just Brainstorm, which isn't helping me right now. Because there's just a whole lot of upgrades in that deck. I mean, there's a lot of actions too. I don't know the exact amount. But that might be a decent deck to go over and to go over in inner queue as well on a little more in depth on another video. But I really thought we've never seen, you know, in the old cartoon, the Seekers, we got to see the Cybertron version of the Seekers, then we got to see them as F-22s and all the different planes. And I'm thinking, you know, we've never seen anything go have 2 modes where they have a Cybertron mode and can transform into an Earth mode. And that's where I came up with that idea for Expedibot. And then I came up with that little history behind him to try to explain it. It wasn't much of a story, really, short story in a paragraph, but it was, you know, just to have a little history behind some of these characters, and they're just fun to play with. Yeah, he is out. And the neat thing about all this being just simply paper, that, oh yeah, this helps, but I forget to even count the double pip the orange, because this is about the last, you can tell by the time, this is the last move of the game, and the boats do win. And this was a pretty good move. I mean, I had Cat decked out, no pun intended, because he's got a big deck. Yeah. Yeah, that was unchristian of me. I'm sorry. But
That's the game.
Where was I going with this? Is that, you know, I'm, you know, created these characters just for the fun of it, and they've been really a joy to play. And since you know, they're simply on paper, if I need to change something, and I'm doing my testing, so to speak, on these guys, if I want to change something, I can print it out, glue it, and cover it up, which I've already done with 1 or 2 characters already. But that's all we got this time. Next time, it's going to be the Spedibots. And thanks for watching. Have a blessed night. And remember to flip out and let's roll.